What's going on, everybody? James Bouligny here for Cover 1. This is the post-game show for Week 6. It's crazy. It's already Week 6, the high school football season. It seems like just yesterday we were waiting on football. But this week there were a ton of bye weeks all around the state. But that did not stop the Concho Valley from having some great matchups go on. We had Lakeview and Burnet. We had Water Valley and Rankin. And we had an in-town matchup between the Grape Eagles and the San Angelo TLCA Eagles. Before we get into any of that, though, we have to pay some bills. Here's a quick word from Kicking Cuts. Looking for a fresh cut without breaking the bank? Well, Kicking Cuts is now open at 4238 Sherwood Way. Haircuts start at $19 for kids and $22 for adults. They offer hot towels, beard detailings, multiple discounts, and they also sell hard-to-find hair care products. Kicking Cuts is locally owned, and they're ready to get you looking sharp at an affordable price. Kicking Cuts, located at 4238 Sherwood Way in San Angelo. Well, right now we're just going to start right off with Lakeview. Lakeview played Burnet. They dropped last week's game to level land in a close one. They had a chance there at the end. This one, it was another tough one for the Chiefs, but Lakeview can get back on track nonetheless. Let's just go ahead and get right into highlights. Here we go. This is the Chiefs trying to get back on track here. Here it is, 9:22 left, and Chris Alviza is going to find Chris Rodella, who beats 3 Bulldogs, in for a touchdown, 26 yards. Chiefs draw first blood, 7-0. Burnet football, 4:21 left, and Josiah Coronado with the breakaway run for the 59-yard touchdown. Bulldogs are on the board, 7-7. But the Pride of the Northside responds with a Braylon White 17-yard catch and get upfield in for the score, 13-7 Chiefs. Here we go. Here's the Bulldogs back at it. Coronado bulldozes in for a touchdown, 15-13, Burnet. And there is a Gabriel Alvarez 7-yard score. Lakeview now leads 21-15 with about 6 minutes left before halftime. But Burnet keeps coming back, and that's quarterback Brian Johnson working his way across the goal line. Bulldogs lead 22-21 with just under 2 minutes to go before halftime. And here is Braylon White doing his best Odell Beckham on the sideline there. Fantastic touchdown for the young man. This is a tennis match of a game. Lakeview leads 29-22 at the half. Into the fourth quarter, though, Peyton Lopez, a 25-yard run, 39-29 with 9:10 remaining. Bulldog ball again here. Johnson's going to find Matthew Williams for the 59-yard touchdown run, or touchdown catch and run. Burnet leads 46-29. Lakeview couldn't quite pull off the comeback, but here is Chris Rodella again catching the Alvizo pass, getting in for the score. But the final on this one is Burnet 46, Lakeview 36. And here is Coach Guevara after the game.
What am I looking at?
Here, I'll get closer.
Yeah, you guys are
All
good.
right.
I'm here for the verbal.
All right, Coach, just kind of give us your thoughts on the game. How do you think the team played?
Yeah, it was a good ball game, man. We knew there was going to be they're a tough ball club. They had a good running back, good receiver, good quarterback. So, really good line. We just got to regroup. Kids played good, played hard. Just got to clean up a little bit, clean up some things.
It was such a close game, and then it just kind of got away in the fourth quarter. Just how'd you feel about the way the game kind of slipped away there?
Yeah, obviously we were not happy the way it ended, but I mean they're making plays, and we got to make them as well.
Yeah, Coach. I mean, you're up at the half. Sort of, what was your message to the team at halftime?
No, just don't be complacent, keep working. I think our kids did a pretty good job. They kept battling. That's what we're asking.
Coach, another week that the offense has put up nearly 40 points. What are the good signs of that when it comes to these type of hard-nosed games that shows the confidence that these guys?
Yeah, we want to play good ball clubs like that. So it's going to prepare us down the road. So we just got to clean up some things. And we'll be okay.
Yeah. Do you feel like this game really prepared you for some teams you've seen?
Oh, absolutely. I think all 5 games that we played so far have helped us a lot. Or 6 games. 6 games. I'm still caught up in the game. I'm sorry.
Right. You're good, Coach.
It just had such a good start to the year, and now y'all got some adversity. Just how do you feel about these back-to-back?
It's good. God puts you in these positions. To weather the storm. Hopefully gives the kids the tools to get through it, not out of it.
All right.
Good. Thank you, Coach.
All right, Lakeview had a tough loss there, but you came back. You tried to come back. You got close, didn't quite pull it off. But the defense, I mean, we're going to be critical today. The defense has to get some stops throughout the game. You can't give up 40 points a game and expect to win many games. They're going to get it figured out. I'm sure they will before district starts. Of course, I think Lakeview has a bye week coming up anyway, so they can get a lot of things figured out on that week. And we're going to move on. Before we do though, here's a quick word from Shelburne Financial. At Shelburne Financial, you are more than just a number. They will help you plan for retirement, prepare tax documents, and more. Whether you're looking to grow your savings or plan for your future, the experienced team at Shelburne Financial is here to help you and guide you every step of the way. Give them a call at 944-9447 or head over to 3177 Executive Drive and invest in your future. All right, now we're going to move on to Grape Creek and TLCA. Another great matchup out at Lakeview Stadium. I don't know why Lakeview doesn't play at Lakeview Stadium, but that's a question for SAISD. TLCA has had a tough go of it, and Grape Creek, while they might not be a powerhouse football team, they are a very good team. They control the clock very well by running the ball. They have Daryl West and Sire Garcia. Going to get into some highlights here. This is about 6 minutes, 6.5 left in the first quarter. TLCA gets on the board first with a quick score, but Grape Creek responds on their next drive. Direct snap to Sire Garcia. He ties the game up at 6. A little tush-push action there, I guess, but he did get across the goal line. Next Grape Creek possession, about 1:25 left in the first. Braley Wood finds Randy Rodriguez for a great catch. Snags that one for a first down to end the first quarter. Early second quarter, direct snap to Daryl West, who runs around the defense and gets in for the score. Grape Creek leads 14-6. After TLCA possession, Grape Creek football, just under 7 minutes until halftime. The Creek is about a 5-yard line there. Anthony Sanvendra gets in for the touchdown there. They lead 21-6. 5 minutes to go before the half. Woods takes the snap and drops back, launches it downfield, but is picked off by TLCA's Joseph Luna. TLCA is not out of this one yet. But Grape Creek responds in a big way. Woods dragging defenders out there, gets this pass off, finds Marco Perez on the sideline, gets in for the score. Grape Creek is starting to pull away, 28-6 at the half. About 3 minutes to go in the third. Grape Creek is up 34-6 though. TLCA has possession here. Jonah Munoz finds Joe Luna for a score. It's now 34-12, but even though they scored, it would not be enough. Grape Creek wins this one big, 49-12. And our Stringers phone filled up before we get an interview with Coach Teal. Great win there by the TLCA Grape Creek Eagles. They're both Eagles, I'm sorry. But Grape Creek doing what they do. That's going to be a really, aside from Wall in that district, there's going to be a pretty good, pretty good fight for that second seed going into the playoffs for that 3A district there. Another great win, though, by the Eagles. We love Coach Teal here at the San Angelo Live COVER1 offices. And, hey, Grape Creek getting wins. They're gonna continue to do that. Coahoma, I think they have Coahoma coming up. Coahoma's going to be a tough game. I think they should handle Stanton pretty easily. Merkel's going to be another tough game. It's going to be quite a fight for that second place. And before we go any further, we're going to get into the Water Valley highlights after this word from the ArcLight. Catch all the collegiate and pro football action at the ArcLight Bar and Grill, located at 441 Rio Concho Drive, inside the Clarion Hotel in downtown San Angelo. All right, coming in, we have some Water Valley highlights. Water Valley is number 2 in the state, behind only the Gordon Longhorns. They played number 10, Rankin, a state-ranked matchup. The Rankin Red Devils are really good. They were 4-1 heading into this game. Water Valley was undefeated. We're going to get into some highlights right now. Wildcats looking to get a win on homecoming. First play, Branson Lacey takes the ball upfield, outruns the defense, in for the touchdown. The Wildcats lead early 8-0 over Rankin. First Red Devil possession here. Gage Lopez is going to throw this one to the defense. That's Landon Lacey, Branson's brother. Comes up with the pick. Water Valley takes over. 5.5 left in the first. And it's back to Branson Lacey, who crosses the goal line there on a short touchdown. Wildcats 16-0. Rankin ball again, and now it's Matthew Ramos who dives across the goal line in for the score. 16-6 with 4:14 left in the first quarter. Next Wildcat drive here. Landon Lacey is going to roll out, and he's going to find Rhett Dickinson on a 56-yard touchdown. Water Valley leads 24-6 at the moment. Under a minute to go in the first. This is after a Branson Lacey fumble recovery. Landon finds Hayden Colster in the end zone for another touchdown. Wildcats lead 32-6, but Ramos would find the end zone to close the lead 32-12. This is after the Ramos touchdown. It's a kickoff to Boston Weiss, who wants to get in on the scoring as well, rolls out of a tackle there, and gets upfield in for the touchdown. 38-12, Wildcats leading this one. 7:34 left in the half. Wildcat football, and Landon Lacey pitches it back to Branson, who cuts upfield and outruns the defense, gets in for another touchdown. Wildcats lead big, 46-12, and on their homecoming. Here you go, 5:40 left, Rankin football, and that's Kaya Hanna in for the 10-yard touchdown run. Rankin inches a little bit closer, 46-20, and just under 5 to go here. Colster, watch, he's going to throw his hand up like Randy Moss did. Catches the ball, gets upfield, in for the touchdown. Scores now, Water Valley 54, Rankin 20. Minute 20 left in the half, and it's Wildcat football yet again. Landon's going to get out of trouble there, find Branson for a short touchdown. Wildcats go up 62-20, 3 points away from the mercy rule. It would get pushed to the second half, though. Here we are in the second half. Boston Weiss gets the handoff, but fumbles it to Rankin. Wouldn't matter, though. The Water Valley defense would hold up. And here we go. This is the final touchdown here. Cade Manley gets in for the score. Wildcats win that one. And we have head coach Trey Cisco. All right, we're here with head coach Trey Cisco. The Water Valley Wildcats just beat the number 10 ranked Rankin Red Devils. Coach, this is a state-ranked matchup, and you 45'd them. How's that feel?
Man, it's great. It's, a hard week of practice. Just that paying off and us being disciplined and doing what we coached them to do all week and going forward, I think that's what we want, and it's been a great week.
Now, for all the Water Valley fans out there, what happened after halftime, that's called the second half. I realize you haven't played a lot this year. I mean, you're going to run into some games coming up where it's going to push in the second half. How do you make sure your kids are conditioned for that?
Man, we've tried. Can't replicate it in practice, but we do as much as we can, trying to put them in situations where we can get that conditioning during practice and running extra and all that stuff. But nothing can compare to playing out here with adrenaline and everything else. So going forward, we're just going to have to keep at it and see what happens.
Now everybody knows Landon, Branson Lacey, and Boston Weiss, but Hayden Colster had a heck of a game. You have other kids out there who make plays for you. When you don't just have to rely on those three, I mean, that's got to take a lot of pressure off of you as a coach.
So having 8 seniors is unbelievable. Just the leadership and the work ethic and holding each other accountable and helping those younger kids learn, what to do and how to do it the right way. It's key in what we're doing here.
All right, and this has been head coach Trey Cisco of the Water Valley Wildcats. All right, there you go. Wildcats are in it. I've seen Gordon this year, and Gordon does not mess around. There were a couple of penalties in that game that I might have been questionable, but there were some big penalties that need to be cleaned up a little bit, and Cisco will have his guys get that cleaned up. It's not going to be a problem. The fumble after halftime, I'm going to kind of put that on the halftime a little bit. It was homecoming, and I think the halftime ran like 45 minutes. It was, I get it, you're trying to involve a lot of the kids. It's a small school, trying to involve a lot of the previous classes that rolled through there. But 45 minutes was just kind of, it almost gone as the entire length of the first half at that point. But Water Valley gets the win over Rankin. I don't know how far Rankin's going to drop. Losing number 2 isn't the worst thing. But Rankin, played pretty good. And they pushed to the second half. Yes, Water Valley fans, there is a second half to football games. I realize you haven't played a lot of second half football. But Rankin, to push it to that point, Rankin played pretty well. But just wasn't quite enough. And we're going to move on. Before we do, here's a quick word from Angelo MRI.
Have you ever needed an MRI? Do you know someone that needs an MRI? And did you know that you have a choice? When your doctor orders an MRI, tell them that you choose Angelo MRI. The founders of Angelo MRI started Angelo MRI when they faced the high cost of MRIs from traditional medical facilities. That's why Angelo MRI offers a better way. A high-quality MRI for just $5.95. And Angelo MRI accepts all insurance, saving you time and money. It's your health, your money, and your choice. Angelo MRI, 4114 South Jackson in San Angelo, or look them up at angelomri.com. Remember, when your doctor orders an MRI, tell them that you choose Angelo MRI.
It wasn't just the Wildcats that had some action last night. We also had the Battle of Coke County. We had our man Ernesto go out there. Of course, that is Robert Lee versus the Bront Longhorns. And Robert Lee is number 5, so in a couple weeks, that Water Valley Robert Lee matchup's going to be something worth watching. We're going to go ahead and throw it to Ernesto now. He's going to take us through the game.
First play of the game here for Bront. Longhorns have it. Longhorns are steers at the line. Sherwood keeps it himself. Has sideline. Still in bounds. And he goes in for a touchdown. Time for the point after here. Holder's waiting for the snap. It's going to be a flag here for offsides, but looks like it's not going to matter. Kick is good. Bront has second down. 9:26 to go. Got to keep it on the ground. And he has nothing but end zone in front of him. All right, so after that touchdown, it's now 8-12. Time for the point after kick. And it's blocked. All right, here we are. 16-12. Robert Lee. First and goal. Pitches it to Sherwood, and he just walks in untouched for a touchdown. After that touchdown makes it 22-12, pending the point after kick here. Players are set. Holder waiting on the snap. High snap. He does still manage to kick it. And it looks like the kick is good, so it'll be 24-12. Robert Lee over Bront. Robert Lee's taking over at the 25. It's 1st and 15. Just got that turnover. Pitches it back to Sherwood. Sherwood has a receiver. Receiver gets it. Receiver's down inside about the 2-yard line. Clock is running. 3:15 here. Robert Lee's getting the next play in. 1st and goal at the 2. Tight formation. Gonna just take it up the middle and just roll in there for the score. After that touchdown, it's gonna be 30-12 here for Robert Lee on the road. Snap is down, kick is up, and it's good. 32-12. After the incomplete pass, 3:02, and Sherwood's gonna just keep it himself. And he just says, might as well get this first down and more. And he looks like he was still in bounds, and it's a touchdown for Sherwood. 62-20. So it's time for the extra point after here. See if they can make it 54-20. So far been perfect on the night. And it is no good. 52-20, just wide right. Back for the timeout. 4th down for Bront. Robert Lee will take over with some good field position if they can stop them here. 13 seconds on the play clock. Play action. Throws underneath. Chased. And they're going to call that a catch. And it looks like he's going to take it into the end zone for a score. Time for the point after kick. Injured play. Extra point is up and good. 70-60. It's 20. Congratulations, Coach, on the win tonight. So just share your thoughts on tonight's performance here in Bronx.
I mean, I thought it was overall, it was a good performance. We did some things early that we got to learn from, but then we got it going, and I'll take it anytime you get a win.
All right. Well, congratulations again, Coach. Thanks for giving us your feedback.
Yes.
Now, I know a bunch of teams were on bye weeks last week, but we still have a bunch of scores to get through. These scores are brought to you by TriStar Fleet. Pretty Rising Star, that was a forfeit by Pretty. Rising Star won that one. Nueces Canyon over Very Best, 44-41. Argyle Liberty Christian, that's Jason Witten's group, versus Canyon West Plains, 41-35, Warriors. Lubbock Trinity Christian over Tulia, 49-0. And I don't know why that other school isn't showing up. We'll have Joe look at that. We'll get that figured out. Brooksmith wins that one, 54-44. Farwell over Freonia, 49-27. Eden over Baird, 64-36. Whiteface over Spring Lake Earth, 82-48. La Mesa over Lubbock Roosevelt, 48-38. Salina over Aubrey, 48-10. Ganado beat Kennedy, 33-27. Amarillo Tascosa beat Lubbock, 69-7. Humble Summer Creek over Humble Atascocita, 38-35. Great game there. Olney over Crosbyton, 33-0. Shallowater over Canadian, 52-20. Fort Stockton over Big Spring, 42-21. Big Spring's in Lakeview's district. That's a one we need to keep an eye on there. Levelland over Snyder, 41-14. South Lake Carroll over Keller, 63-28. Merkel over Brownfield, 47-14. Merkel is in Wall's district, just as they're in Grape Creek's district. I think Wall ends up playing Merkel either next week or the week after. That's going to be a great matchup. Lone over Mullen, 55-26. Lubbock Cooper over Wichita Falls Legacy, 49-26. Aledo over Denton Ryan, 15-14. Bushland over Perryton, 35-28. Paradise over Bowie, 43-9. Abilene over Amarillo, 24-21. Abilene Wiley takes it over Abilene Cooper, 29-22. Whit Harrell over Nazareth, 72-24. Tidehaven over Vanderbilt Industrial, 35-14. Tidehaven's that number one ranked team in 3A Division II over the Wall Hawks there. Great win by Tidehaven. Seminole over Hereford, 45-28. Lubbock Monterey over Lubbock Coronado, 42-7. Denver City over Borger, 35-7. Crane over Alpine, 56-7. Littlefield over Cahoma, 35-21. Littlefield. Chilton over Mart, 34-0. Stephenville beat Ruston. They're out there in Louisiana, 28-12. May beat Erie County, 60-12. Dalhart beat Muleshoe, 59-0. Richland Springs beat Lomita, 35-14. 59-14. Grape Creek over San Joe TLCA, 49-12. Goldthwaite over Hubbard, 65-0. Windthorst over Monday, 79-6. Brownwood over Ingleside, 62-0. Brownwood gets a big win there. Midland Greenwood over Lubbock Liberty, 34-14. Pecos over Monahans, 20-14. Pecos is in Lakeview's district. That's a game. That's a matchup right there. Westbrook over Garden City, 58-12. Childress over Stratford, 41-26. Woodville over Warren, 62-0. Jayton over Newcastle, 61-15. Zephyr over Santa Ana, 56-6. Refugio over Riviera Cowfer. I had to put that school in. That was a school we didn't even have in the system. 74-0. Carthage over San Benito, 41-3. Llano over Florence, 58-7. Newton over New Waverly, 54-0. Water Valley over Rankin, Water Valley over Rankin, 68-20. Sabinal over Centerpoint, 41-0. Robert Lee over Bront, 70-20. Benjamin over Cherokee, 68-6. Strawn over Rangers, 70-25. Anthony over Odessa Compass, 41-0. Austin Westlake over Austin Aikens, 66-0. Fort Bend at Ridge Point versus Fort Bend Bush, 62-14. The games before start. Lubbock Estacado over Andrews, 28-20. Burnet over Lakeview, 46-36. Wall over Idalou, 35-21. That game, I think Idalou was actually winning at halftime. It was really tight, and Wall ended up pulling that one out. Wall's, again, we're going to be critical here because the expectation out at Wall is excellence. They're going to have to play better. And that is our scores for Week 6. Great games out there. I want to thank all of our stringers. That's Paul Harris, Ashton, Ernesto Rodriguez, Tessa Koskovich for going out to games, getting games for us here at San Angelo Live, Cover 1. Until Week 7, we'll see you then.